Good afternoon. We are back with more Slay the Princess Saturday. If you're new here, I am trying to 100% this entire game, and slowly but surely, we are moving towards that goal. So I'm going to be honest, I completely don't remember what I covered last week. It's all starting to run together because I have played through this game so many times. I think that I did the Wraith last time. I think that was one that I got through, and I think we did the Dragon and the Princess was another one that we did. So yeah, we're slowly but surely getting through it. Today, I have kind of a plan. We've kind of gotten into speedrun territory where I'm just zipping through the first chapter dialogue and everything to get to the second and third chapters, since we've already seen most of what's in the initial chapter. And so yeah, today I have started planning out what we're doing, and if the thumbnail picture was not evident, the tower is the next one up on deck. I'm going to go ahead and flip on over to the Memories tab so that we can take a look at what we're working with. There we go. Adversary. That was one that I did last time. We did some adversary, and then I think I have the needle also had some progress. It's all coming back to me now. I just had to look at the screen. So the first one on deck today is Tower. I'm trying to get resist a god through force of arms but ultimately succumb, or try to resist a god purely through force of will, no weapons. I'm going for no weapons today. So that is the plan for that. Hopefully I remember how to get to the tower, because I'm not entirely sure that I do remember how to get to the tower. I think the other one that I'm planning on trying to do today, not the damsel, but Happily Ever After. Got some progress to do on that there. And then the witch. That's the beast. There's the witch. The witch I have done next to nothing on. So we will... let's try to figure out what I'm doing with the witch. Fight dirty in a direct confrontation. Oh, that's like several of them. Fight her until the world itself swallows you up. One of you has to go first. Might as well be you. One of you always going to... words. Starting early today. One of you was always going to betray the other. Might as well be you doing the betraying. You're not turning your back to her. Valid. Oh, that's like a lot of them. The entire cabin is collapsing around you. Maybe the two of you should stop fighting. You've been here before. Yeah, so there's a lot to cover for the witch. I'm kind of leaning towards either fight dirty in a direct confrontation, or you're not turning your back to her. So we'll see how that turns out, because I haven't seen a good portion of that one to be able to judge. And so yeah, past that, I don't have a plan. We're getting to the point of, I've played through it so many times, so as you can see, I've unlocked all of the vessels. Trying to pare down and figure out how to get through all of the cutscenes has become the problem, because I know that I can't double up on runs. So I have to be strategic and remember what branches from what, so that I know that I'm not repeating. I made that mistake in, I think, the last game, because I believe, yeah, Happily Ever After was supposed to be one of the last week. Yes, I was supposed to do Happily Ever After instead of Adversary last week, but I forgot that was one that also had to go through Damsel, because what was the other one? I finished out Damsel last time. That was what it was. So I got all of the endings unlocked on Damsel, and that became a problem because I forgot that Happily Ever After is a branching path from Damsel. And I'm going to have to remember how to get to Happily Ever After, because I don't actually remember. Good thing that's like... oh, that's not even the last one that I plan to do. That might be the last one that I plan to do, because I don't remember how to get to that one. Alright, so we will just continue.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yes.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
So first off, skipping all the dialogue. Speed run. We're going for the tower. I think I remember how to get to the tower.
The interior of the cabin is all... the blade is your implement.
Take the blade.
You take the blade.
Enter the basement.
door to the basement creaks open. Good. You're still listening to reason.
So for this one, I think I have to talk to her and then tell her she's gonna end the world. I believe.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped? Don't you dare. It's fine. The blade tumbles.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's
Yeah,
right about
you're
one
so
thing.
right.
Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided?
You know. Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Oh, it's not even gonna. Okay.
Are you serious? As internal bleeding sets in, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering to the ground uselessly. You lacked the will to finish the job, your bruised and broken body falling to its knees before her. The princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you. This is the end, isn't it?
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She plants her foot on your chest and pushes you onto your back, the air leaving your lungs in a heavy puff. And then she brings her knee to your throat. She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess, shattering your windpipe and leaving you starved for breath.
It's too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Tower, okay. I was kind of worried for a second that I didn't get it.
You're on a path in the woods.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning.
Oh, thank you.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power.
Yeah.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Poor Broken. Broken pulls at my heartstrings a little bit. He's just so sad.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more... No blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
He kind of reminds me of Eeyore. Oh, bother.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Whatever you need to tell yourself, narrator.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Oh no, full disrespect to the other variants. I have very strong opinions of who my favorites are, and then there are some that really, really annoy me.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet. And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Kneel.
But the words don't leave your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does, But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right. That can't be right. She's right. We've been here before. And we've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
Inevitable.
He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? Well, I'll be damned. That's not good. Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Just your words. Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want. I have questions for you before I decide anything. What happened to you after I died? I'm yours to command.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet. All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
I want to bite free.
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
Wrong song.
The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours. This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
I don't want to. That's not what I want to do. Dang it.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Maybe there's something I'm missing. I'm assuming there's
All
something
you
I'm
need to
missing.
do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine. Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
What happens if I don't believe?
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart. It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free for... Please, don't do this. There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. And it is good. Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back. Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave. Nothing, and then everything.
But you do not take her hand, or will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we... Is that a... mirror? Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad, like looking into it right now. I don't want to look... Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. A mercy.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach for it. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You have nothing at all. Oh, that's right, this is my last one for this run. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection.
I think you know what I am.
I've done these before, so we're gonna mirror. You don't need answers from the thing that lives in the mirror. You already know what you are. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Earthquake. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two,
He gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
So many stories listed. Words left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Do we have a say in all of this? Let's talk this through. I have so many questions that I need to answer before I make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what's the point of doing anything?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dark. When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new creation. Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into being.
Alright, I'm going to take a different approach here, because I've done the express this vessel's statement directly and appeal your that's my favorite, is appeal to your shared humanity. Argue your independence. I haven't tried that one.
What you mistake for lecture is merely observation. I only want to help you. You can vainly struggle against me, or you can follow the rhythm of our movement and find our freedom. I crush you. I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back. You run and you run far, and the flesh I hurl at you is answered by the empty air of a place I'd never been. Cold and lonely, but also true. I didn't know what to make of my freedom then, but I know what to make of it now. You challenged me, and by challenging me, you gave me purpose. A life without obstacles is no life at all.
Continue to reject your authority. You use all these pretentious metaphors and pretend you're making grand proclamations about who I am and who you are. But really, you aren't saying much of anything.
If my words feel meaningless, it's because words are meaningless. If it feels as though I lecture you from above, it is merely because you have refused to climb after me and find where you belong. What once was one, then was two, and then was one again. You gave me shelter when you burned mine down, and then you struck another match. I pulled you from the ruins, and then we built a life. What once was one, then was one again. The peace didn't last. The worm in your heart came for us. It took you from me, and I took you back. What once was one, then was two, then was one again. You and I are bound together. To rid yourself of me would be to leave yourself forever incomplete.
I don't want to argue against this one because I agree. It makes me so happy, the endings, whenever they're like together as one, because they're one. Continue to reject your authority. I don't wanna. It doesn't even matter what I say to you because you're going to keep telling me your perspective like it's some universal truth.
The only universal truth is that there are no universal truths. There is only you and me, existing in relation to the other.
There's a truth universally acknowledged, that a man in possession of good fortune must be in want of a wife.
And
That's
I will
not relevant
not
to this
stop
game.
our dance until you understand.
I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go. Faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be. Preserved until the moment of reunion. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all this has to do is linger.
I killed you without a second thought, and when you returned, you set us both ablaze. I remained while you burned away. Well, that's the... okay. So I'm still hitting this one.
They are mere fragments of a whole. They bought into delusion because none of them were able to see past themselves.
Continue to reject your authority. I don't know what you are, but you aren't any of them. You're just something wearing their skin.
You cling to things that never truly existed. If it takes all of eternity to break your grip on petty, fickle, fleeting selves, both mine and yours, then I will break it.
As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. The respite is welcome. I know, I really like the ones where you see their perspectives and agree. Again, I love all of the endings where you acknowledge that you're two beings that are one being, and the split is sad. It's a love story, and I love that it's a love story, and I don't like disagreeing, but I have to for all of the endings.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? I never wanted to fight you. How do we leave? I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. Ooh, I don't think I've done that, because I think I've slayed her, and I think I've let it go.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
There's only us.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Forget, regret. Life is yours to miss. Idea how good it is to hear you. I can do that. Okay. Again, I like the hero's voice. I love the voice of the hero. And it's gonna make me sad because I've done the ones where I work together with him. But I think...
I don't think you can. She's too many things all at
I
once
haven't
out
done it
here.
alone
If you
yet.
want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
I think I have to refuse it.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? You can't, and lucky for you, I'm not going to let you
Okay,
try.
so then how do I get that achievement?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
I'd like that. It's just you and me. Is the narrator really gone?
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
I don't think I... Oh, that's heartbreaking. You the same as you are out there. Which princess are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is this the real you? So now that we're here at the end of everything, can you finally tell me your name? Oh, I like that. I might have to pick that. This was really fair for either of us. What do you think of her? She wanted us to be. What if we just leave?
I never had one.
Oh.
But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, hero works for me.
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back. Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit. Just like this cabin. No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you.
This is heartbreaking. Oh my god. Okay, wait, I want to see what happens.
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
Guess we'll find out. I don't know, I've always wanted to leave with you. I just didn't like being a god. I want to walk through that cabin door as we are, just you and me. Oh! Not knowing what it is means... Ugh. Not knowing what it means is why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want to know this. Oh my god, I love all of these. It doesn't matter what happens or what it means. What matters is we'll be leaving. Oh, all of these are so good. I don't know, I've always wanted to leave. I like that one.
I want that too.
I think I'm going to stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Are you going to be okay, Lon? Oh.
Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
It's gonna make me cry. Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. Oh! It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. There's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel her hand tremble in yours. She's unsure of herself, for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you. I love you too. But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. Don't make me get all emotional.
Oh, I love that so much. Oh, I think that's my favorite ending. Right in the frickin' heart. Oh, I love them so much. Oh my goodness. The unknown together. Oh, I haven't gotten that one yet. Oh my god. I love it. Oh no, I don't want to start another one because I feel like that diminishes it, but I gotta keep going. All right. Oh, I love that so much. All right. Memories. See what we got. So there's still several here. So that's the one that I just got. Oh my god, I love that so much. Go back to where it all started. You always were a bit of a contrarian, weren't you? We don't think there's a way for us to leave, but maybe there doesn't have to be an ending. Well, whatever might be on the other side of the door, something new we will experience together. Return to your strange beginnings and slay her once and for all. Ooh. Destroy her without any outside help. That's what I was going for this one, but I don't know how to get it. Find your new world. I've got to figure out how that works. Because I thought if I rejected the hero, that would happen. I mean, I'm glad that he didn't go away. But I don't know how to get that. I'm going to have to research that. And then tower. 2 more left. Okay, so then try to resist God. Surely. Is that not what I did? Through force of arms, but ultimately succumb. How? I'm gonna have to look into this because I thought that's what I did, but I didn't, and I don't. Ha. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure that out because that was the initial plan for this run. So then what did I... Fellow God. Free God and bring him at the end. So is that the one that I did? I'm so confused. Okay. Next up, the witch. I believe I have to go the damsel route and then slay her at the last minute, I think. Okay.
You're on a path in the... You make your way up a warning. The interior of the cabin. The door to the basement creaks open. Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you walk down the stairs. Only making this more difficult.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
I think I may have done this wrong. I think I got the witch and the beast mixed up. Dang it! Okay, I'm gonna go through and see if I did or not.
You make your way to the bottom of the
I
stairs.
think I did.
Without hesitation, bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally.
No, maybe I didn't mess this up.
The wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole
Yeah, I
time?
think this is the witch.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Yeah, this is the witch, because the beast is when you, like, go to free her, but then stab her in the back. Yeah, okay.
I thought
Back
we had
on
the
track.
upper
We
hand,
got
but
it.
it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Crap.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence, as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The witch. Hell yeah.
You're on a path in... A warning. Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat.
Oh, opportunist.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that...
Okay, before we get in a second to double check what I said I was doing for her. Okay. Not turning your back. Okay. So this one I've got a litany of choices. Fight dirty and a direct conversation. That looks like our best bet for right now.
The blade is your...
Take the blade.
Take the blade from the shelf. It would be different. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite. Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
Potato, potato.
Fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp blade, no doubt.
That's not fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
Oh my god, opportunist.
Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this.
My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
You slimy little...
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Sorry about last time. Okay, don't you worry, the blade isn't for you. Or not for killing you. We've got to get you out somehow, right? I get the sense you're not happy with me. Duh. You scared me, okay? When you started gnawing your arm off, it scared me. I stabbed you, things got out of hand. Yeah, the knife literally wasn't in your hand. We both died last time. Can't bygones become... I can't read today, which is not an uncommon occurrence. It's not just today. Look, I know. Things got messy last time. There's something bigger. We should team up. But I have the nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. I did that one last time. I don't trust you not enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close to you. I like to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Uh-oh.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Last time... I don't know what I want to do.
The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please, but it insists I stay where I am. That binding I shed is just a symbol of the crueler magic at work in this place.
Oh, I know there are no wrong choices. I'm just trying to figure out what choice I want to do. I know everything's gonna end in me getting killed, but I'm trying to figure out what the most dramatic way is gonna be.
If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you. And you alone. Do you think that being direct with your ill will frees you from its wickedness? Murder and betrayal are still murder and betrayal, whether you state your intentions or keep them hidden behind your back.
See, this is why we never tell people what we're actually thinking. She's just as mad, only now she's ready for us.
Still, better a violent fool than a plotting coward. Better for me, I mean.
As you close the distance, readying your strike, she throws a fistful of dirt into your eyes.
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me I know about you. We're both so very awful.
As you brush the silt from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
We were always going to kill each other here, weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those doubts spin and spin and spin into hate.
She buries her teeth deep into your chest, tearing at... Great, she's distracted. Stab her in the back. In for a penny, right? Why not? As the princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
You bastard! Even face to face, you find a way to stab me in the back. I know you, and you're hideous, absolutely wretched. Just like me.
Maybe we are the same. So what? Throw her off us. Kick her in the shins. We don't have to fight so dirty. Of course we do. Fighting clean won't help us win. It takes a wretch to know a wretch, and we're all at the bottom of the barrel here. There's no point in pretending otherwise.
He's really not wrong at this point.
Are we? At the bottom of the barrel? We've got dirt in our eyes and a chunk of us chewed out. If that's not the bottom of the barrel, what is? No arguments here. You're doing great. Keep playing dirty if that's what it takes.
But if we win, we won't be at the bottom anymore. We'll have climbed a little higher. And once we start climbing, well, who knows where we'll stop? You'll stop right here if you keep daydreaming. Don't let yourself get distracted thinking about what comes after. None of us ever said we stopped fighting. What a low and vicious fight it is. Eyes gouged, skin scratched bloody, hair ripped and nails broken. Every rule there ever was in the Book of Honourable Combat, both you and the Princess have broken a dozen times over. That's nice and all, but are we winning?
Are you winning,
Nobody's
son?
winning. I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the upper hand, but I suppose that doesn't work if you both sink to the same lows. Still, at least you're not losing. The princess cackles maniacally as the battle continues. But behind her cackle, you hear the low groan of warping wood. Wait, what's going on? We're establishing a newer, better packing order. No, the groaning thing. Why is the wood making noise? Who cares about the groan? It's just a sound. Things make sounds all the time. I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean something bad is happening? Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
Getting smaller?
You hear that, you pathetic wretch? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
Excuse me, what? You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings. Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit from the dirt pit. And slowly, but very perceptibly, the roots are closing in on you both.
That's right. They're coming for you. And they won't stop until there's nothing left out here but them.
What about you? They'll crush you just as easily as they'll crush me. Make them stop, you can make them stop. We're not animals, we're people, we can work this thing out. That's not gonna work. I take it all back, I'll help you get out of here. You and I can work together, we can be friends. Go out. I kinda wanna go out fighting.
You attack the princess once more, and once more the two of you fall into a vicious brawl. The basement continues to shrink as you fight, but neither of you pay it any more mind. Not until it's too late. The roots twist around you both, binding your limbs and rendering you helpless. As your fates close in, all you can do is watch her, and all she can do is watch you. At first it's almost gentle. The two of you lift it delicately off the ground. But the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way to tightness, and that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict. The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living basement. Tears well up in the princess's eyes, her own bones splintering and flesh swelling with trapped blood. But still she smiles through it all.
I can't wait to do this again. You wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure is unbearable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding as everything tightens. And then you pop. Everything goes dark.
And you die.
And you die.
Wild.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
Oh, I gotta look. Ah, where are memories? Memories. Wild. I think I only have one left. Okay, separate before ending it all. That's what I thought, I just needed to verify.
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
Yeah, some of the adjectives that he chooses to describe what's going on are truly vile.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it?
no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
Oh, you know.
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you talk. What happened? What did you do? Sure, there's no reason to keep secrets. Someone decided to go in guns blazing last time, and that someone got us killed.
Wonder who that was.
And what should we have done? Let you
Stubborn.
draw things out with all that conniving? Everyone knows a straight fight is best. It's honest. There's no need to bicker about it. I wasn't trying to start anything. I don't mind what happens to us. I kind of like it now that we aren't actively being crushed. Yeah, now that you mention it, this isn't so bad.
And it's not like the fight is what killed us anyway, it was the cabin. No point worrying about who charged who when that place ground us all into paste in the end, the princess included.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
This thing watching us, what is he? Should anyone do anything? Are you being nice? Don't you hate me? Don't we sort of hate each other? I can feel the pressure from outside pushing on us. What are we supposed to do about it? This is how we're supposed to be, but what do we want to do now? Whatever we are right now is an abomination. I want out. I don't like this. I'm supposed to be me and you're supposed to be something that isn't me.
How could you say that? Look at us. We're almost everything. And we can be even more than this. Don't you feel our potential?
Great. You can start by remembering that you exist, and not just as some dissolved component of a Gestalt entity formed from you and the princess. You exist as your own self, complete with your own physical body, separate from hers.
I'm not so sure about that. We were something like that once, but now?
And if thinking about that isn't enough to startle you back to reality, consider this.
Oh, that might be my bad. I'm sorry for the audio problems. It's a weird OBS quirk. Let me see if I fixed it.
She committed a murder-suicide using a living cabin.
Right, that was unpleasant. We weren't big fans of that, I think.
I'm sure I would have had us do the same thing if we were in her shoes. We really do make a great pair. He's probably just jealous. You need to remember that you and the princess are enemies. Don't let bygones be bygones. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
Spoken like, honestly, a real puppet master. Have we considered that maybe she's the one trying to trick us?
I'm not.
But there's a feeling, isn't there? That petty feeling she mentioned, it is fuzzy, but it's there. Almost like she still hates us.
It feels mutual.
Please, stop. If you pay attention to that feeling, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
She's trying to turn you away from the truth. There's something she doesn't want you to see. And I think you already know you have to look at it. Hold yourself together. We're no strangers to effort. We can push this back down. Something might do us in eventually, but I'll be damned if that something is a thought.
Please, don't make us remember how we were.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. Right, she really does hate us, and we hate her. It hurts thinking about us as separate things, but we're separate. We can't hate ourselves. I love me. We never got to see the end of that fight, did we? And we can't both be winners. One of us has to beat the other, right?
I don't want to remember what it felt like to be killed. It was so much nicer when it didn't feel like it mattered.
And yet you keep remembering. You remember the loathing and animosity you've shared with the princess, the pain and the anger and the betrayal. And you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Maybe bygones can't be bygones. I don't know why I ever wanted to share a body with you, of all things. It's like my very soul reeks of yours. That was horrible. This is better, finally. I'll be able to hurt you like you deserve.
I wish I didn't have to.
Some divisions, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were. A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole. And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be. At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
Kill me then, if you hate me so much. Just get it over with.
This doesn't feel like a fight. This isn't what I wanted. Where's the victory in this? Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill.
Do we have to do this?
You have to. You know you have to. You raise the blade, taking aim at her heart. And then you strike.
I'm sorry.
No. I feel so bad. But you never see her die. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. She's gone.
Does this mean we won? You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's like it's mocking us.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Your voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is like a shadow of me, a memory of what she used to be, bound to the wounds of distance and time. She will make for a scarred and beautiful heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace. Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. She asks that I tell you to remember her.
You won't.
You're on a path, you're here to...
Alright, now we go to Happily Ever After. I've got to remember how to get to that one.
You make your way up the... The interior of the cabin is...
Because I know it's damsel, and then...
The door to the
something at
basement
end.
creaks open, revealing a staircase. Good. You're still... You're only making this...
Okay.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd...
Save the princess.
Fine.
I hate the meat noises.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are as the princess approaches... Wait, this isn't... Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Oh, you know. Proceed to cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
God, I hate the smitten.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Oh, paranoid. Always paranoid. Paranoid, my beloved. We have not had an appearance from this entire stream, and it's making me
The
sad.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold.
I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No, it would not have. Don't end the world, please.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us
God,
happy.
he makes me so mad.
My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want to end the world. I have no feelings one way or the other. That's really funny.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. Not so sure. Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt
Oh yeah, I have to
love
go through
with
the
his
creepy
heart.
cartoon versions of her. I mean, she's always a cartoon, but they get weirder as
I
they go on.
don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Yes.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
You to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world?
I just want to make you
What do you
happy.
want, Paul? I love the music bend.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I want you to want. To want. Must be something you want, but what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Clearly something's happening and I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stay here? Nobody gets hurt and we just figure out a way to be happy together. There we go.
Oh, is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
Well, at least she's normal again. Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad? She's distraught. This is unacceptable. But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she? No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be happy here.
I forgot that this is how this one ends. This is why
As
I
the
don't
voice
like
thinks
this
its
mitten.
thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that.
I'm on the narrator's side on this one. What the hell, Smitten?
But I do. What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know?
Nope.
I suppose I can't stall forever.
It's gonna make meat noises. Yeah.
You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
Oh no, what are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Correct.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider. And yet, it's done, isn't it? It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened, threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room.
I guess it's only fair considering what happened in the last version to her. Still not pleasant.
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
That's rapey. You're being creepy.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something. It's beautiful.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
Happily ever after. That was so fun and nice.
You're on a
What a
path
good
in the
fairy
woods.
tale.
Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin. Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet. We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the Lupin last time. Not that he was eager to divulge that. And right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome! Can't say I'm happy to be here.
I do enjoy Skeptic.
Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes?
You bet.
We know that you keep telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise. And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one? The other one? Yeah, a certain lovesick fool has been suspiciously quiet. One might even say, absent.
It's because he's being creepy and terrorizing the princess as a shadow monster.
Oh, you're right. It's a little quiet here, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the rules. Maybe only one bonus voice is allowed to be here at a time. Bonus voice? I'm just as important as you are. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my 3rd time here and it's your 1st. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, you're definitely bonus. I'm going to describe the room now. The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicoloured glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
Does it matter if the blade's here? We didn't use it last time. And the time before that, she used it to kill us.
I see your point, but it's still an option that's been taken away from us. I don't like losing options.
Oh, 100%. Paranoid is my favorite voice of the entire game, and nothing will ever change my mind.
Yes, and it's an important one. It's your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right. And the fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right. But it's not there, is it? We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do? I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
So none of you are going to go in here. No!
As you foolishly
that's
turn
not
to
what I
leave the
wanna do.
cabin and abandon the world to its ruination, you're... Oh, isn't that convenient?
Oh,
as you
interesting.
turn around, you're faced with a solid wall. There isn't a way out. It would appear that you're stuck here until you find a resolution to our princess problem.
Thank God, I thought I messed it up.
Yes, it's very convenient.
I assure you, I'm just as surprised as you are. Can't you hear the relief in my voice? I wouldn't be relieved if I was the one who set this up. I would have known you were stuck here from the beginning. Look, it doesn't matter who put that wall there, because it's there. The only thing for you to do now is find the princess and, ideally, find your weapon while you're at it. With nowhere to go but forward, you turn back around, leaving the non-existent exit behind you. You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement. The handle is right there. Do feel free to give it a push as soon as you'd like. There is no door, there's a mirror. No, there isn't.
What a strange thing to lie about.
That's because I'm not lying. Look, if you need help, just raise your hand, and I'll guide it where it needs to go. You reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle. It's gone.
I don't like things disappearing on us. I don't like how fluid reality seems to be.
Neither do I. And then you push the door open. Marvellous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm.
Now we've thrown him off his rhythm.
Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice, exitless house doesn't mean that she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature.
Am I the only one who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature?
That is precisely why she poses a threat. I don't know, she got weird for a second, yeah, but she didn't change that. We have to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning. No, you can't just say that and not... Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice. That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay?
And don't eat the food.
This hall, like the one below,
There he
is grand
that
and beautiful.
motherfucker.
Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the centre of the room, the princess seated at its far end. Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved.
Isn't that suspiciously easy? There has to be a twist. There has to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you.
How rude.
You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Isn't that better? It is better, right? It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
But as you attempt to get up, the torches flare and shadowed hands pin your wrists to the arms of your too comfortable seat. There will be no getting up. There will be no attempts to slay her. The princess smiles nervously.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. That's just how it works here. We don't have to go anywhere anymore. We have everything we need. He just wants us to be happy. He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
It all makes sense now. It's him, isn't it? He's making all of this happen. He's the one who's trapped us here.
Who?
The lovesick one, the one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now. He's the shadow.
Smitten?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response.
No, I saw him smile. That's him.
Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
He says his words are just for me, but he wants me to ask. Isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do? He says he's tired. I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say. Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
The flames burn bright and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Remember what I said.
Oh, but it looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really use a break. Are you sure we need to be so concerned?
I'm not sure about anything, and that's the problem.
For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table. But nothing here is exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what you will.
Okay, I refused last time. I kind of want to see what
You
happens.
begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading.
The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue. You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels.
This really is perfect, isn't it?
It is the best meal you've ever had. But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
Oh.
The shadow washes across the table, clearing and
So
replating.
that's what we're doing instead of the game
feast
this
is
time.
once again
That's
laid
also
before
horrifying.
you. The food is good. Again, you tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already. And then it's over. And you're just as hungry as when you began.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
Oh, honey.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again. The meat is fine, the bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. So we had a mediocre meal. It's not a big deal.
That's the trap. It wasn't mediocre at first. It's trending down.
We're just getting a little sick of it. So what? We just have to try something new. I'm sure we won't be stuck eating the same meal forever. Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast, and again you eat. The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I'm so tired of eating. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time, right?
I'm so tired of this.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but maybe not. And if they all go out, there won't be any shadows left to hold us.
Won't there be more shadow?
No, just darkness without a shape.
And then it won't be able to hold you any longer. You'll be able to do what you're supposed to. As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
What just happened? Did you make that torch go out? I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just said something you wanted to say. It's just a torch, don't worry about it. We still have plenty of light. This place isn't right. We have to put the rest of them out. We have to get rid of that shadow.
Why would we ever do that? We need the light. It's what keeps us happy.
Oh, honey.
Oh, I know. We should do something. What if we played a game?
She's trying to distract us.
Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
The flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Yet another waste of time. Why all the distractions? What are we being distracted from? That's the real game. And I feel like I'm 2 steps behind.
You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like this is just something to do. We might as well try to have some fun. You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
And so you start over. Time passes. You play the game. You win. Hey! Will you look at that?
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes. You play the game. She wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
It's never going to stay fun.
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again. The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew. And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination. Winning and losing become nothing but ends. And even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish. Until finally...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
Oh.
As the words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
This is... awful.
I think we all know that we're not happy. We just have to admit it to ourselves.
Just a torch. Play games what now? Actually have everything we need, because I don't feel like it.
Like we've been given everything someone else has told us we wanted. But it isn't what we want.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
What do you think will happen? Don't worry about what happens. If you could do anything in the world, what would you choose? Whatever the shadows have been showing us isn't real. We need to see what happens when the lights go out.
We do, don't we? I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
I feel empty. Oh my god. So that's that. Why are you crying? Are you okay? Well, this sucks. You can open your eyes. I'm still here. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, that hurts. I don't wanna, but I need to. I don't wanna, but I need to.
Are you sure you want to do that?
No.
Isn't this what you wanted us to do from the beginning?
It is. I think I might have made a terrible mistake.
A terrible mistake. You sold this as her being a threat to the entire world. Was that a lie?
No, it wasn't. I'm just not sure the world I want is worth it.
Oh my God.
This is some sort of trick. You're trying to use reverse psychology on us, or what if this is reverse psychology?
Think what you will. I'm only here to guide you. You're the one who makes the decisions.
You're right, what was I thinking? Don't get cold feet now. Oh my God, okay. Okay. The last time we reconciled and we went outside and danced under the stars before the world ended. I have not slayed the princess in this ending, and I have to get 100%. But this one is the hardest one to click. Ah! Okay. It's for the good of everyone. I'm saving the world here. Oh, I don't feel good about this. I so don't feel good about this. Okay. Wait. We're gonna go here. And we may go back, because I don't... Oh, I hate this so much.
The princess doesn't try to flee as you cross the room, murderous intent settling into your eyes. All she does is stand to face you. She offers no resistance as your fingers wrap around the blade dangling from her neck. As the weapon sinks deep into her heart, all she manages are 3 muttered words.
Oh, if she says what I think she's gonna say, I'm gonna cry.
It's finally over.
That's worse than what I thought she was gonna say. No! Oh, honey.
I didn't think it would be so awful to help you see this through, but all of this was for a reason. The world is better off without her. I really hope that's true.
We'll never know, will we?
I'm so sorry.
I feel cold. But I guess I've felt that way for a long, long time.
That one was just downright painful. Though you've pierced her heart, you do not see her die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you.
Feels too good to be true.
You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself. Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
Okay, that was positively devastating. So we'll lose unsaved progress. Okay, we're gonna save here. Oh, that hurt. That really, really hurt. Okay. Memories! Yay! So much fun. Okay, now the wild is complete, so I don't need to worry about her anymore. The damsel. Wait, did I... Okay. That one's finished, and now happily ever after. Oh my goodness. Finished playing a game with the help of a manipulative voice. I'm not sure how to accomplish that, but I did get through this. See through her seated eyes at the end of everything. The Dance Under the Stars was the one that I did last time, and that's one of my favorite endings that I've gotten, period. Keep the last flame lit forever. Leave with her not hand in hand. Okay. Okay. Alright. Now I've got to figure out where to go from here. So I've done... I can't do anything else pertaining to the damsel. So that blocks out... What does that block out? I'm losing it. Okay. I can't do anything else with the grays, but that's okay because I finished the gray. Adversary still has a lot left to do. The tower still has quite... Yeah, I still have to do those in the tower. The Spectre still has Abandon the Spirit to its Torment. I do need to finish that one. The Nightmare I have finished, so I don't have to do that one anymore, which is good because I'm so scared of her. The Razor is an option. Her hands were behind her back. Call an ambulance, but not for me. Okay. So the Razor is an option for next time. Razor? I hardly know her. I can't use that joke twice. Dang it! Okay, Razor. And that's... so I did 2 on this run. Which means I gotta do 3 for the next one, and that finishes that run. Trying to keep track of what I've done is something. Okay, Razor, and then... Ooh, I could do Beast. Let's free her. We can try the Beast. Assuming it will let me. Okay, Beast. I finished Stranger other than See Through Her Eyes at the end of everything. The prisoner is complete. So then I have a needle, the Fury. Still quite a bit on the Fury, but I think I have to do the tower to get to the Fury. And the tower was the end of the last one. So I am able to do the Fury next time. We're gonna put a question mark next to that. Because if there's one that I want to do more, then we're gonna do that one. Apotheosis. Oh, Apotheosis is also one that we need the tower for. So I will have to choose between those. Ungrounded voice, tap into your potential. Princess the Giant, still several to do there, but I just did that one. I'm so disappointed in you. I don't know. I'm gonna keep a question mark next to the Fury, and that may end up being what I do. Okay, I can't do the Den if I'm gonna try to finish out the Beast, right? The Thorn, do I have stuff left for the... Oh, I do have stuff left for the Thorn. I gotta remember how to get to the Thorn. Sorry, wasn't... Why would I ban you? I should explain, if I go for a while without answering things in the chat, it's because I check chat on my phone because I don't have a second monitor. And so sometimes I get way locked in on the game and I forget to look. And so if there's something that you say that I miss, I promise I'm not ignoring you and I'm not going to ban you. I just genuinely didn't see it. The Thorn is also a maybe. I've just got to figure out how to get to her. Okay, right now I think we're going to stick with the lineup of Razor, Beast, and Fury for next time. And then start trying to whittle stuff down for the next run. I don't know how many more of these I have to do. Okay. What else is needed for... Okay, there's only like 4 left for Happily Ever After, so that one will resolve relatively quickly. The Cage, I still have quite a bit left to do. So there is more that I have to do with the Prisoner. So the Cage is also a viable option. I lied. I thought I had decided on my order, but I lied. The Cage is also an option. So we're going to keep question marks next to the Fury and the Cage, and then decide next time and figure out what the heck I'm doing. I would say that there is a method to my madness, but we all know that's a lie. So yeah, that's where we're standing at the end. We're slowly but surely getting there. It will eventually end. A joke. I do love playing this game. But yeah, that's all for this week. Thank you for joining me for Slay the Princess Saturday. I try to do these as frequently as I possibly can, and it's always going to be Saturday in the afternoon, so stay tuned. I usually post prior to doing them, or just subscribe to Nat 1 and ring the bell for notifications. If you like the Nat 1 Plays stuff, Pertuzit and Levi are now playing Danganronpa. They've moved on from Umineko. They're playing through Danganronpa on Sundays and Thursdays in that regular Umineko slot that they used to be in, and then Pertuzit is still playing through Fallout New Vegas on Tuesdays. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And as always, the podcast will always be out on Wednesday at noon. We're also heading straight into con season, so you should be seeing some convention coverage coming from us soon. We're going to SekaiCon in April, and that's the weekend of April 11th. So if you're anywhere near Newark, Ohio, and you want to see us live, We will be hanging out at SekaiCon for the weekend. We've got a couple panels going on. And then we are extremely excited to be back for Colossal Con again this year. We will be there for the entire weekend. And we are also, I think we've been approved to do panels. I can't remember if our applications came back or not, but we have applied to do panels for Colossal Con again, and that is always a really good time, and we really enjoy seeing you guys there. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Go check out the guys tomorrow.